Hi again. I thought I would give an example before I laid out the rules I have so far for the world I've created. This is an excerpt from Inevitable, which is the sequel to. No, sorry. It's difficult, isn't it? Um, um, this is an excerpt from Ironic, which is the sequel to Inevitable, which is the Ironic is the second in the trilogy that ends with Incomplete and also has the God of the Dead as part of it, because that's the book within the book. So this was submitted to a fiction competition and it was shortlisted, but it did not come top 10. I think they had a short list of 15 to begin with, and then they chopped it down to the announced 10. I won that one, but with another piece. Anyway, in talking about the past, we lie with every breath we draw. William Maxwell. Anna left. She woke up one morning and announced her need for a new visa. I worked all day before her text arrived. Let's get out. No capitals and no punctuation, as was her style. We agreed to meet at Sketch off Regent Street for a drink. She did not show. She did not answer her phone. I went to SE22 and found a note on bone vellum in black. Thomas, your mother is not the ghost. You are. Your father is not the liar. You are. Scott did not die. You did. I will come back to give this one last chance. I am in Dublin. Please do not chase me. Anna. Her things were gone. I looked for her cigar box. It was gone. I immediately thought, at least she took the letters. Well, some of them. I found another box in her desk. Letters to me I'd never read. Ones she'd never delivered. I hit the road. I chain-smoked and butchered a lot of German in Frankfurt and Hamburg. I learned Das schon dicket. I drank East India Pale Ale in Copenhagen. I met a Swedish Olympian in Malmo. I ran my first marathon with her on Bornholm. Into the 4 a.m. bonfire light. The Baltic was calm, and the Mangata made me want to swim to oblivion. I met a girl with green eyes and a gray personality back in Malmo. She listened to my excuses for wandering aimlessly and told me that whether Anna returned or not, I'd love again and again and again and again forever, until the scorpion crawls into the river. I laughed and did not tell her she was quoting my own father's book to me. My friend Stephen invited me to a party celebrating a new symphony. I met an Italian violinist who asked me to walk her home. 3 hours later, she revealed her disappointment that I didn't want to try night swimming in the filthy Thames. I kissed her until the sun came up. I left her sleeping without saying anything close to I hope I see you again, because I thought of something to ask her and then forgot what it was before I woke her. I made a calendar note to text her. I went to Paris, I went to Zurich, I went to Geneva and paid my rent before photographing some street art and watching a Marvel superhero film in Swiss German. I took a job with an artist named Catherine, Cat. 6 months in Art Basel in both Switzerland and the United States. Passed before she asked me about my family. Something erupted between us. I told her about Scott Catalano. She smiled a new smile, one I hadn't seen before or been privy to, and disappeared for a moment. Of course she returned with a signed copy of The Rabbit, the Scorpion, and the God of the Dead, Scott's book with his scrawl on page 87, where he always signed it. Cat, memory is a choice. Scott Catalano. My father's handwriting was inside the book about my mother and their affair. The book that changed everything, my relationship with my mother, my understanding of my father, and my ability to look at anything without wondering whether it is real. I left the room abruptly and called Anna's phone. It was disconnected. Cold tears drowned me. She had not felt gone until that